All right, we're watching horrifying true trick or treating story animated. It may be scary. I don't know. Let's watch.
It was Halloween night of 2007, freshman year in high school, and I was with my friends Ivan, Ryan, and Jesse. We were all dressed as the Super Mario characters. I was Luigi since I was the second tallest. Ivan was Mario since he's short and buff. Not that Mario is buff. Jesse was Waluigi because he's freakishly tall and skinny, and Ryan was Wario because he's just really fat. So they were the
So
perfect spook
disrespectful.
costumes for us. We live in a very non-congested suburban neighborhood with a decent amount of space in between houses.
Okay.
On Halloween, that's
So
the
like
worst
mine.
thing ever. Less bang for your buck. We were trick-or-treating for hours, way past dark, and eventually came the time when most trick-or-treaters were heading home. My feet started to hurt, and I had to constantly switch arms for holding the now 10-pound pillow sack of candy, but we planned on going until our bags were completely full. A lot of the houses by now weren't answering anymore. It was probably past their cutoff time for giving candy to trick-or-treaters. Approaching our next house, we saw a purple bucket on the stoop, which was the best feeling ever. I was the one to get
Okay.
close enough to realize it was empty, which was the worst feeling ever.
Facts. Facts.
I turned
Facts.
around when I heard a knock at the window of the house. We all looked at the window.
Nope. I'm going home. At that point. At that point, I'm going home. I would have been home already at this point. I'm already home at this point. I would not. I would not be caught lacking Halloween night. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would not be caught lacking at this point. I would have already been home at this point. If people are knocking at my window or someone's knocking at the window telling me to come closer, no sir.
Couldn't see anyone, but heard someone call out, "Wait." The door opened and an older man, late 40s, already balding, stepped outside. He told us to come inside so he can get us some more candy. I
Okay.
said we could just wait out here.
Yeah, yeah,
He
smart.
responded saying something along the lines of, "Nonsense, come on in, we'll get you your candy."
No sir.
Ivan stepped in and said, "It's all right. Come on, Dan, let's go." I told the guy to take care
What?
and
What?
apologized.
What?
He just stood there watching as we walked off,
Yeah, yeah,
not
walk
saying
walk away.
anything.
What's up with them
I felt
eyes?
bad, but at the same time, that guy seemed like a creeper. I
Heck yeah.
figured I just dodged a bullet not going in there.
100%.
If the story ended there, it wouldn't be scary. So
Uh-huh.
of course, it didn't end there. We skipped a few of the guy's neighboring houses just to get further away and continued on with our business. We were walking down close to the
Bro,
nature
what is up
preserve
with
now,
this?
so there weren't
What
many
is up with
houses
that?
around us. At this point, we were now walking back closer to Jesse's house.
Bro, keep up,
I
keep
noticed
up.
Ryan had stopped walking, and I turned around to see what's up. He said he heard someone moving from behind the trees in the preserve. Now, this was before everyone's phones had flashlights, so we couldn't just go searching in the woods for someone.
Okay, this is flip phone era.
Besides, we
Oh,
were
you said
just
turn it
keeping an eye
up?
on
My
that
bad,
must
my
have been
bad, my
it.
bad.
Coon or something.
Can you hear it?
You may think this is a bit of a cliche, but when things like this happen in real life, you always assume the more logical possibility. It's just natural. Why would we assume we were being followed?
Is this better? Is this better?
I had to put my arm around Ryan's shoulder and nudge him forward. A
Oh, my bad, I paused it.
little ways down the street, me and Ivan picked up on the sound as well. When we all stopped, the sounds of the footsteps from beyond the trees stopped as well.
No, sir,
Ivan
that
yelled
owl.
at the obvious stalker to go away, or we would beat the shit out of them.
Okay, talk,
I knew
talk,
he was
talk
just
to him.
bluffing, though. I could hear the nervousness in his voice. The snap of a
Oh,
twig
nope.
from beyond the trees triggered a fight-or-flight response in all of us. Me, Jesse, and Ryan all ran for it. Ivan was at first charging to attack, but he quickly followed after realizing we had all taken off. We ran down the dark street, and we all noticed the sounds of at least 2 or 3 pairs of footsteps crushing the twigs and leaves in the woods. We banked it hard right
They're
down
being
Jesse
chased.
Street
They're
when it
being
finally
chased.
came up and ran straight for his backyard, entering his house through the back door. The first thing we did was peek out through his living room window. We couldn't see anyone. We all had to gather our thoughts and discuss what the hell just went down in his living room, when all of a sudden we heard Jesse's backyard gate slam shut. Jesse dove to turn off the lights. There was a click and a bang from down in the den. It was more than likely Jesse's back door. We all agreed to go down armed with knives and face them. Jesse turned on his back door light, but there
Well, go down and face them. I would have. If this is like Call of Duty, I'm staying in my corner and I'm camping. I'm not going down to face them. I'm getting my phone. Call the cops. You said you had a phone at the time. It just didn't have a flashlight. Call the cops. 911. Homies are in our house. Simple. Camp in the court. There's four of y'all. Y'all camp on each side of that door. Homie comes up to the door. That's it. Get your UAV at that point. You're good.
was nobody out there. Just then the front door opened, and we all screamed like animals. Jesse's mom and sisters came rushing downstairs. They had just gotten home from their friend's little house party. We all rested assured knowing it was just them. Jesse explained what happened, but made it seem a lot less dramatic. Me and Ivan went home after that and called it a night. At 12:30 a.m., I got a disturbing text message. It was from Jesse. It said, "It wasn't my mom." I texted back saying, "What?" He responded back quickly, saying, "It wasn't my mom in the backyard." My fingers slammed the buttons on my phone, responding back, "What do you mean?"
You
There
know
was
what
a
that
long
means.
pause before he finally told me that his mom and sisters said they never went in the backyard. I told him to immediately check the backyard from his upper deck. He had already done just that. He also told his mom everything, and she had already called the police. They
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
find anyone back there, but Jesse did mention the guy who invited us in while trick-or-treating. Nothing ever became of that, and nothing ever happened at
Yeah,
Jesse's
get
house
these
again
homies
after that one
off our
Halloween night.
face. Why did that make me jump, bruh? Why'd that make me jump? Bro, this is gonna be those short YouTube videos, bruh. I already have two long ones. We gotta have one short one. Do another one? Alright, bro. Tell me which one to watch. Tell me which one to watch. So I don't just like, go searching for one. School lockdown. I'm seeing a school lock. That's Llama Arts though. Does it matter? Does it have to be Mr. Nightmare, or can it be? You said there's so many. Let me see. Let me see. You said Llama Arts is good. I'm seeing this school lockdown. It might be a banger. It's short too. You said it doesn't have to be Mr. Nightmares? Okay, okay. The school lockdown horror story. Alright, second screen. Full screen this homie. This man is soaring. I got you right after this video. I got you right after this video. This video is short, it's 3 minutes. Alright.
It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th
Can y'all
period,
hear?
meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us, so everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers, so our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com. He was a very
website?
laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing some brand logo quiz on
Paste all
Sporkle,
of those.
I remember the exact moment it happened. Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown. I actually got the chills, and I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room.
I never
We
understood
all
the back
sat
corner.
in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power. We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious.
Why would the school cut power?
A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually.
This man is Soren just subscribed.
All of us even more scared.
Okay, well, sorry, I gotta get to this. I'll get to you right after this.
A sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you." It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life. My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door. And that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up." 2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now.
See, now they just gave it their position. They fumbled.
Pounding at the door. But eventually, he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person until we could not hear him anymore. I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now, this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening. The staff had done a sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching but to keep all the doors locked, and to not let any students leave for any reasons. The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school, and according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up, for example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone. My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
Send him to jail? What do you mean proper help? Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, I hate stories like these, bruh. Bro, can we get to a better note? Soren. Big homie Soren. This man, Ollie said another one. Another one? Let's see. There's a second school lockdown story. You said change the number for donations? Oh my gosh. Bro, I put it on 1 million as a joke. I put it as 1 million as a joke. I can change it though. I'll change it next stream. It's not compelling to donate. I feel that. I'm gonna put school lockdown stories number 2. Them school lockdown ones kind of hitting. They be busting a little bit. One sec. Hold on. You say you don't gotta dance. I just got too much Sharingans. Didn't know what to do with them. Bro, no, I have to. I'm committed to this. I got you, Soren. But we gotta watch this first. School lockdown stories number 2.
I'm 22 years old, fresh out of college, and I recently got a job at my old high school as a sort of computer intern in the school basement. The basement of the school is very messy and disorganized.
Y'all see the homie?
But there is a small 3-person office
here
that's actually very nice down there. It has 3 nice big desks, 2 mini fridges, a flat-screen TV mounted on the wall,
Okay.
and oh so satisfying air conditioning, a luxury
Perfect.
the students and teachers cannot enjoy in the school. And of course, all the school servers and other computery stuff. I got the job because 3 of my old computer teachers flat out adored me. I could actually consider them as real friends, not just teacher
This is
figures.
Elam's
So
backstory.
they all helped tremendously in landing me this job. It's been great, until something that happened a few weeks ago. My 2 co-workers that shared the office with me, Dave and Gary, weren't in the office at the time. They were upstairs working on papers or whatever. I was eating my sandwich during my lunch break when I got a phone call from one of the women in the front office telling me the school was on lockdown and that somebody, possibly armed, had entered the school. There wasn't much that I could do other than turn off the lights because, surprisingly, as nice as this little office was, it didn't have an actual door to it,
Oh
just
my
a big
gosh,
opening,
bruh.
and the door to the whole basement didn't even have a working lock.
Are you serious?
For my own safety, I did turn off all the lights in the office and
Okay,
my computer
okay.
screen.
Okay.
I kept my phone on the desk, texting both Gary and Dave, but they wouldn't respond.
Why are you still sitting
I sat
there?
down there in the dark, playing games on my phone for like
This
20
man's so
minutes,
dumb.
waiting for the call from up front to tell me to resume working. I had no idea what was happening. I
Turn
couldn't know what
around.
was going on upstairs from down here.
Put your back
but
against
I
the
was
wall.
not allowed to make any calls until I was
put, like,
informed
right up
that
against
the
that door.
lockdown was over.
Prepare yourselves.
Then the noisy basement door opened. As the creaking echoed across the basement and into my office, I sat up from my seat, wondering if I should call out Gary or Dave. I was eager to get some info from them. Someone then came running down the stairs, and their footsteps were approaching
Oh my
my
gosh,
office.
bro.
I pushed away my chair and crawled under my desk. Somebody entered the office but did not turn on the lights. There was just silence. I can't even describe the fear I was experiencing. I felt like if I made one sudden noise, I'd be a dead man. Suddenly, my phone dinged as I got a text message.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I felt
gosh.
my entire world shrivel up and die at that one moment as I clenched my teeth in fear. Footsteps suddenly moved closer to me until I finally dove out from under the desk in capitulation, begging whoever it was not to kill me. And just then, someone grabbed my arm and pulled me up. It was some guy in a red plaid button-up, jeans, and a reddish-black cap. He told me, "It's okay, I'm just down here hiding with you." "What's going on up there?" I whispered to him. He kind
He's
of
the killer.
ignored my question.
He's the killer.
and
He's the
asked
killer.
me
He's
if
the
there's
killer.
an exit down here. I told him, "Yeah, around that way." Before he could do anything else, I asked him, "Who are you?" There was a brief moment of silence. Before he started explaining he was coming in to pick up his son, when a teacher told him to hide. After his explanation, I checked my phone and saw the text I received was from Dave. It said, "Dude, this is fucking crazy. Some guy with a gun shot Mr. Buckley. He's wearing a red shirt and a hat. Whatever you do, don't come upstairs." I was about to reread that text out loud to the man, until I realized. I looked up and felt my stomach sink. The man seemed to catch on to my suspicious stare. Panicking, all I could think to do was to run for the upstairs. A gunshot echoed through the basement and I could hear the bullet ricochet off something metal in the darkness. But thank God the bullet missed me and I made it upstairs. Fortunately, police were waiting at all exits, including the basement exit, and caught the man the second he opened the door. More good news, our teacher Mr. Buckley survived the gunshot. It was later determined that the man and Mr. Buckley had some beef for whatever reason, but that was never revealed. All we know is that Mr. Buckley couldn't have done anything that would have warranted this kind of reaction. And I know that the sound of that gunshot will forever echo in my mind.
Oh my gosh. Bro, I thought something was gonna happen at the end. I really thought something was gonna happen at the end. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro. I hate horror stories, bro. Do another one? No, bro, I'm done. I'm done. You said that story was dumb, bro. I'm sorry, Soren. That story was dumb for you, but you know me. I can't handle horror, even the littlest amount. Even even the littlest amount, I can't handle it, bro. No excitement, Soren. You're tripping, bro. You're tripping. Hold on. Let me end this recording. Hey, YouTube, subscribe. I know y'all peeped the video. It was tough.